My 600 of Life season 9 star Samantha Mason is one of the show's heaviest patients. Her life spiraled out of control due to her food addiction. She initially sought Dr. Now's help at over 800 pounds, but she ballooned to more than 950 pounds right before starting her journey. She's almost immobile and has to rely on her family for her daily needs. But despite her condition, Samantha worked hard to achieve her goals. Unfortunately, it seems she's still facing some health issues today. Keep reading to see her worrying clip. Despite being the show's heaviest patient, Samantha showed commitment in the program and shed 650 pounds. It was one of the largest weight losses in the show, making her a huge inspiration to many. She also got her bariatric surgery, making things much easier. However, the surgeries drastically affected the My 600 of Life star mentally and physically. As a result, she had to undergo rehab, causing minor setbacks in her journey. Samantha also had issues with the show's producers. She claimed that the show exploits obese people, seemingly making laughable content about them. Samantha added that she was mistreated by the film crew, saying that many parts of the show were scripted. She is one of several patients in the show who have said the same thing. Regardless, Samantha assures everyone that she will forever be grateful for how Dr. Now saved her life. Samantha Mason recently took to social media to share a clip of herself looking weak and tired. According to the My 600 of Life star, she's currently confined to a hospital following gallstone and kidney stone surgery. Samantha explained that people who undergo gastric sleeve surgery are more prone to having kidney stones and gallstones. She suffered from so much pain, saying that it felt like somebody was punching her. Samantha admitted that it hasn't been an easy season for her, but she needs to go through it all, adding that she doesn't want to get back into being nearly 1,000 pounds. Before sharing the clip from her surgery, Samantha has also uploaded clips of herself talking about her struggles with sweets and junk foods. It seems the My 600 of Life star is battling her addiction to unhealthy food again. She even proudly shared a clip of herself eating a huge pack of potato chips. Samantha has yet to share her current weight, but she's been back and forth to a nursing home, seemingly struggling with many health complications. Chapter 1: The Weight of the World. Samantha Mason was always the life of the party. Friends would describe her as gregarious, warm, and full of laughter. Yet behind that infectious smile, Samantha was constantly grappling with an ever-present shadow: her weight. At 600 pounds, her life was confined within walls that felt increasingly small. The world outside beckoned, but everyday tasks became Herculean feats. Samantha's struggle with obesity began in childhood. Growing up, her home was filled with love, but it was also a sanctuary for emotional eating. Comfort foods were a staple at family dinners, and over the years, they became a source of solace for Samantha whenever she faced the trials of life. Bullying at school for her size only compounded her feelings of inadequacy, leading her to seek solace in food rather than in friends. By the time she entered her 20s, life had become a series of doctor's appointments and endless cycles of weight loss and gain. Despite the psychological toll, Samantha managed to maintain a semblance of positivity, often masking her pain with a bright smile. But inside, she felt trapped in a body that seemed to mock her every attempt at happiness. Chapter 2: Desperation Breeds Change. As Samantha continued down her unrelenting path, her health deteriorated. Heart problems, diabetes, and severe sleep apnea crept into her life, making each day a reminder of her precarious situation. It was during one of her doctor's visits that Samantha faced a reality check. Without significant weight loss, she was headed for a future filled with complications or worse. That was the moment that ignited a flicker of hope in her heart. Samantha learned about the program My 600 of Life and its potential to change lives through surgical intervention and lifestyle transformations. Initially hesitant and fearing humiliation, she knew that she had reached a tipping point. If she didn't take drastic measures, soon her dreams of life outside her home would slip further away. Summoning her courage, Samantha applied to the program. The prospect was daunting. It would mean exposing her vulnerabilities to the world. But she was ready to confront her past and embrace the possibility of a healthier future. Chapter 3: Entering the program. When Samantha arrived at Dr. Nosereddin's clinic, she was met with a mix of excitement and dread. The other participants in the program shared their stories, their struggles echoing her own. It was there, among the compassionate stares and supportive words, that she felt the first inklings of hope. Dr. Now was a force to be reckoned with, direct, no-nonsense, and unwaveringly dedicated to his patients. Samantha appreciated his candidness as he laid out the steps necessary for her to qualify for surgery. It wouldn't be easy. She needed to lose a significant amount of weight in a limited time to prove her commitment to change. But the journey wasn't solely about weight loss. It meant digging deep into the roots of her emotional eating. Samantha's first therapy session opened a portal to feelings she had long buried. Confronting the pain of her youth, the bullying, the feelings of isolation, and the moments of despair challenged her to reevaluate her relationship with food. Chapter 4. Heavy lifting, both physically and emotionally. Samantha quickly learned that the mental battles would often prove more demanding than physical challenges. She was given a structured diet plan and an exercise regimen that seemed insurmountable. The first few weeks were grueling. Each morning she woke up, the weight of her body felt heavier than ever. But she persisted, feeling each drop of sweat was a testament to her will. Tracking her food intake and staying accountable to her weight loss goals meant using a journal, a task that became cathartic. Samantha would write about her feelings, her cravings, and the emotional triggers behind them. She grew through reflecting on her relationship with food and began substituting unhealthy snacks for fruits and vegetables. Her therapy sessions proved pivotal as she learned techniques to combat the urge to eat emotionally. The realizations were overwhelming at times, opening up wounds she had thought long healed. Forgiveness became an integral part of her healing process, allowing her to let go of the weight of the past. Chapter 5. A turning point. As Samantha progressed in the program, she encountered hurdles. The cravings intensified, and some setbacks made her question her resolve. The hardest times came when she found herself alone, facing a fridge late at night, yearning for comfort. Each time, she fought against the storm, threatening to sweep her back into old habits. It was during one of those challenging nights that a panic attack ensued, leaving her gasping for breath. This episode became a wake-up call. She rushed to the hospital, where medical staff calmed her fears but also reinforced the serious dangers of her condition. For the first time, reality clashed with the dreams she held onto. Her health was in jeopardy, and she needed to take drastic action. During her hospital stay, Samantha encountered other patients, each with their own battles and victories. Their shared experiences ignited a flame within her. But the most profound impact came when she spoke with a woman in a similar situation who had successfully undergone surgery. The story of resilience inspired Samantha to push forward with renewed vigor. Chapter 6. The impending surgery. Samantha's perseverance eventually led to significant weight loss. When Dr. Now finally approved her for surgery, the relief brought tears to her eyes. But alongside the joy came an anxiety-laden realization that she was stepping into the realms of possibility and uncertainty. As the day of the surgery approached, her emotions fluctuated between excitement and fear. On the morning of the procedure, she sat quietly in the pre-op room, nervously chewing on her nails. The hum of the hospital became a white noise as her thoughts raced ahead to what lay beyond that operating room door. While waiting, she reflected on her journey thus far. Every early morning workout, every temptation resisted, and every tear shed had led her to this moment. It was transformative. With newfound courage, she reminded herself that she wasn't just doing this for herself, but for everyone who had supported her along the way. Chapter 7. The surgery. Samantha was wheeled into the operating room, the bright lights blinding her as she lay on the table. Fear coursed through her veins, but as she glanced up at the surgical team preparing for the procedure, she felt a surprising wave of calm wash over her. They were ready, and so was she. The surgery itself became a blur, an intricate dance of skill and precision. Samantha drifted in and out of consciousness, grounded by her commitment to life beyond this moment. She felt herself surrendering completely, trusting Dr. Now and his team to guide her through what was both an end and a beginning. Upon waking, Samantha was enveloped in a haze of pain and relief. Her body felt raw and vulnerable, yet lighter in ways she had yearned to experience for years. The nurses assured her that everything went according to plan, and she would soon begin her journey of recovery and transformation. Chapter 8. The Road to Recovery. Post-surgery, Samantha experienced a roller coaster of emotions. Nausea and pain were common companions in those first few days. She struggled with the reality that eating would now be a different experience, but also that she was on the threshold of profound change. Daily walks around the hospital ward became both therapeutic and revitalizing. With each step, Samantha rediscovered her strength. The act of movement, previously a burden, started to feel liberating. She began to dream of the future anew, a life where she could move freely, travel, and embrace all the experiences that had once eluded her. After a week, she was discharged, armed with a new outlook on life. The real work was just beginning. Home was a safe haven, yet also a battleground against old habits that lurked in the corners. It was time to reclaim her space and ultimately her life. Chapter 9. Embracing New Ways. As the weeks unfolded, Samantha faced challenges inherent in post-surgical life. She was required to adhere strictly to her new diet, which included smaller portions and nutrient-dense foods. Though daunting, the changes brought unexpected joy. Discovering new recipes and flavors revived her passion for food in a healthier light. Support from her family and friends became integral to her success. They prioritized time together that centered around healthy activities, hikes, cooking classes, and fitness challenges. These bonds strengthened, providing the encouragement necessary to stay the course and look beyond mere numbers on the scale. Samantha also remained consistent with her therapy sessions. Although the road ahead was filled with potential setbacks, her newfound tools for coping with emotional triggers allowed her to navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace. The robust support system encouraged her to share her journey, celebrating each milestone alongside those she loved. Chapter 10. Triumphs and Trials. Months turned into a year, and Samantha's hard work yielded remarkable results. As her physical form changed, she also experienced a transformation in her mindset. With each pound lost, her confidence blossomed. She was no longer defined solely by her weight. She became a woman who pursued passions, laughter, and new adventures. However, not every moment was filled with triumph. Old habits crept back in occasionally, a reminder of the struggles she still faced. There were days when Samantha would find herself gravitating toward unhealthy comfort foods, especially during emotionally taxing moments. In those times, she learned to lean on her support network and the coping strategies she had developed, reining in impulse with self-compassion. Samantha began to document her journey on social media, sharing her struggles and achievements. The response was overwhelmingly positive, with many followers reaching out for advice and encouragement. For the first time, she realized that her journey wasn't just about herself. It was about inspiring others to take their first steps toward change. Chapter 11. A New Chapter. About a year after her surgery, Samantha stood before a mirror, overwhelmed by the transformation staring back at her. She had lost over 300 pounds, transforming from a woman held captive by her body to one who reveled in newfound freedom. With exhilaration pulsing through her veins, she decided it was time to embrace experiences that had once felt inaccessible. She signed up for a 5K run, a challenge she once thought impossible. The journey towards that event pushed her to new heights. Training sessions became joyful, not burdensome, as she discovered a love for movement and self-expression. On the day of the race, standing at the starting line surrounded by others eager to run, Samantha felt a rush of emotions: excitement, anticipation, determination. As the race commenced, her heart raced in tandem with her legs. Each step she took felt like a celebration of strength, of all that she had overcome. As she crossed the finish line, tears blurred her vision. It was a milestone that encapsulated her journey, one that honored not just physical change, but profound personal growth. The feeling of community, the unwavering support from friends, and the strength she built carried her forward in ways she never thought possible. Chapter 12. Looking Forward. Samantha's story, while punctuated with incredible achievements, remains a work in progress. The battle with food and the remnants of emotional struggles continues, but she has emerged equipped with knowledge, resilience, and a commitment to her own well-being. Today, Samantha continues to advocate for healthy living, making appearances at weight loss conventions and sharing her story with others. Her message resonates with countless individuals who find themselves searching for hope, reminding them that change is possible, and each moment is an opportunity to start anew. Samantha's journey transcends the physicality of weight loss. It is a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit, the power of community, and the belief that even in the darkest times, there lies a flicker of hope. By sharing her narrative, Samantha inspires others to embark on their journeys, to reclaim their lives, and to realize that every step, no matter how small, is a step towards freedom. Conclusion: a journey unfinished. As she looks ahead, Samantha understands that life will always present challenges, but they no longer intimidate her. Surrounded by love, having transformed her relationship with food, and possessing a renewed sense of self, she embraces the journey ahead. My 600 Life was not just a chapter in her story. It was a pivotal turning point that equipped her to thrive beyond the scale. Samantha Mason stands as a beacon of hope, a reminder that profound change is possible, and sometimes all it takes is a single decision to reclaim your life. Note, the story above is a fictional portrayal inspired by themes common in My 600 Up Life. Any resemblance to actual individuals or specific events is purely coincidental.